Hey, what's going on? This is Nick LS, and today I'm going to be sharing my experience riding. I am a pretty new rider. I've been riding for about 3 or 4 months now, with 1 month being back in the fall, and then the other 2, 3-ish this year. I started out with the basic rider course back in September, and for those of you who don't know, this is a course where you have classroom time and you have riding time. And at the end, you have to take a skills test. And this is one of the first steps in getting your motorcycle license. I found it extremely difficult in my first day of riding because I had never ridden a bike before. I was letting out the clutch too fast. I was not accelerating and shifting properly. I was just killing the bike for the first hour or two, and then as the day progressed, I got better and better with practice. And then on the second day of riding, for the skills test, after going through all the skills throughout the class, I felt confident and I passed the skills test no problem. And then after the class, you have to go to your DMV, and then you have to take your written test. Past that, you get your license. Okay, so I have my license, and now I need a bike. So I was looking at Ninjas. That was something I always wanted to get, and I feel like the 400 is a perfect beginner bike. And I just so happened to find a really good deal on a Ninja 400 towards the end of the year, when bikes weren't going to be getting used as much and put into storage, so got it for a cheaper price. It's a 2020 Ninja 400 in white, which is my favorite color on a bike, so I got pretty happy with that. Eventually ended up getting, all the matching gear, the white helmet, gloves, and jacket, so pretty sharp. So now that I had my license and I had my motorcycle, now it was time to ride. So thankfully there is a pretty main road right next to my house that was shut down for construction. It was freshly paved, and thankfully there's no traffic going because you couldn't go on the road. So I had this long stretch of freshly paved road where I could practice on. And that's where I practiced a lot of my shifting, going from first to second to third, back down to second, and just getting a feel on when the bike needs to be shifted, and kind of what that sounds like. And something that helped me tremendously was listening to the noise of the exhaust. My bike does have the Leo Vince slip-on exhaust, which is very beneficial. You can definitely hear when the bike needs to be shifted a lot better than the stock. The stock being a little bit more quiet. So just again practicing letting in and out the clutch, trying not to kill it. And once I had a pretty good grasp on how to shift is when I started to actually ride around my neighborhood and take turns and corners and learn kind of just the turning radius of my bike and how it's going to maneuver around the road. Also, the Ninja 400 is a pretty light bike, sitting just under 400 pounds, so it is easy to maneuver, which is something very beneficial if you're a rider. And then once I was comfortable working my way around the neighborhood, I eventually got out on some of the more main roads where there was extremely light traffic, a car or two. And I actually have a pretty embarrassing story. This is one of the first times that I took out the Ninja, and I was turning left at a stop sign, and it was just the one-way stop where traffic kept coming, and it just kept coming and coming. And I'm sitting here kind of nervous, like, okay, when am I going to pick my spot? When am I going to go? So finally, it came time to go, and there's actually a car behind me, which made me even a little bit more nervous. And I let out the clutch too fast, and it killed the bike. And, this is one of the first times riding around, so I panicked and I tried to start the bike up again and accidentally hit the horn and looked just dumb out there. But mistakes are gonna happen. It's just a part of the process, and you learn from your mistakes and you become a better rider. So let's fast forward going, around different areas and roads with more and more traffic. I just got more comfortable riding. And I want to say, after a month, it felt really good. Another thing that you should do is find someone to ride with who's a little bit more experienced. That way you can learn from them and see how they maneuver and ride their bike. Very helpful. I would go out riding with my buddy and I would watch him ride. And I picked up a lot of pointers from him. So very, very beneficial to watch and learn from others too. And now, sitting about 2 months in, I decided to take my bike on the freeway. And all I did was just choose a time when traffic was extremely light. I got on and then just got off at the next exit, just getting used to the speed of the bike. That's another thing that's going to really boost your confidence, is going faster speeds but still being safe out there. And at that 2 month mark is where I created this channel and started making videos. And for those of you curious, the name Nicholas comes from my name Nick, obviously, and LS stands for long snapper. And I was a college football player, and that was my position, as a long snapper. Little fun fact for you. And making these videos has made me a way better rider. Not only can I go back and review my rides, but having a camera on me at all times forces me to be a safer and better rider. And I also want to thank all of my viewers for anybody who commented, giving me any suggestions, any sort of tips. I really appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. Overall, I'm extremely happy with the Ninja 400. I would highly recommend it, especially to any newer riders. This has been a fantastic first bike for me, and you will not get bored of it. Even after 4 months, I am not bored of it, and it feels like there's a lot more that this bike has to offer. I'm so glad I made the decision to buy a motorcycle and go out and get my license, because it has become a huge part of my life. I love how freeing of an experience it is riding a bike, especially going at that faster speed. It feels like you're floating on the bike. It's just, like I said, super freeing. You're out there on the road and you can go everywhere super quick. It's super fun to explore around and just learn new areas and just see new things. It's just such a great experience. Weather permitting, I like to ride every day. I like to get my bike out, whether it's after work going to the gym, or if it's just riding around or shooting videos. I always like to try and get out there just because I enjoy it so much. I like to make new riding videos weekly. It's become one of my new favorite hobbies, so please subscribe if you haven't for more great Ninja videos. I appreciate all of you and enjoy this rev bomb to end the video. Peace.